this video, we're returning to Pokemon X and the Nuzlocke that I started many moons ago, and may or may not ever complete, but I just wanted to do something that was rather familiar, comforting, and simple. And since I've already played this game, I figured it wouldn't be too difficult for me to do it again. And so, here we are, battling Lass Ellen and her Goldeen, and I send out Trolley, the Bidoof. So I did look through the team to refresh my memory, since it has been so long since I played this game, and there are 4 Pokemon on my team. Froakie, who was obviously the initial choice, and the only one who will survive. Actually, I think I'm going to change that rule. I'm going to say if Froakie gets knocked out, it's dead. Only because I also forgot to name Froakie, or chose not to, so I feel like it doesn't really fit on the team. Everyone is supposed to have a name in a Nuzlocke. Not that there have to be any hard and fast rules for this, because it's all just a made-up way to play. But Trolley here is hopefully going to stay with us for a long time. Not only do I love Bidoof as a Pokemon, but it's very useful in these older games where you have to use HMs to progress through certain areas, and or to progress through the game at all. And Bidoof is one of the masterful HM Pokemon that can learn pretty much all the HMs except for Fly and maybe another one, but otherwise it's pretty good at learning those up. Wow, except I almost lost her to this bouncing little blue bubble. But she hung on with 1 HP, so now we're going to switch her out and send in the aforementioned Froakie to see if the frog can take down the water mouse. I think that's what Meryl is, a water mouse. Sort of like the water version of Pikachu, I feel like was the original idea behind it. And just like Pikachu, it has a baby evolution and a stage 1 in Azumarill, who is like a rabbit. So maybe, although Raichu is kind of looks more rabbity with the longer ears, although I guess it's supposed to be closer to one of those long-eared mice with the jumping back legs. Kangaroo mice, I think they're called. Something from the wild continent of Australia. Which makes me wonder now if they've done any Australian type lands. I know that there is. We're gonna go back into town here and heal everybody up since Trolley is so dangerously low on HP. Wow, look at this really cool Roselia fountain. As you may know, I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, and this town looks a lot like an Animal Crossing town. I've also been playing the Pokemon TCG online, which I recently discovered was even a thing. I mean, I knew sort of that there was. Oh yeah, Chosen One, says Tierno. There's a Pokemart in the back of a Pokemon Center. It's a good idea to stock up on Pokeballs and potions and stuff at the Pokemart too. At least I think his name is Tierno. But I know that because of the Pokemon TCG online, which, as I said, I've just started playing recently. And I mean, I played the card game when I was younger, and it had first debuted, and for a while after that as well, I played it with my younger brothers and such, but I no longer have any of the cards, save for one, which, let me see if it's easily accessible. What I'm looking for is the only, here it is, the only Pokemon card which I still have in physical form. Perhaps you could have guessed it, but it is a Chandelure, and actually it's a Chandelure X, so it can be played right to the field, since it's a basic Pokemon. Just to give a little more info here, it's got 170 HP, 2 attacks. The first is called Curse Drop, and it says put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. And the second attack is called Eerie Glow. It deals 70 damage and says the defending Pokemon is now burned and confused. But it's a prized possession, and the only physical card I still have. But I really like the game. I also have the Game Boy version that was released many years ago, alongside the first couple sets of the card game. And maybe you have also recently seen the horror card game called Inscription. Many people have been publishing playthroughs of that card game, and there's one moment in it that is very reminiscent of the old Pokemon TCG video game version. Oh no. And trolley goes down. If I was paying more attention here, I think I could have avoided that, as Riolu is a fighting type, and cute little trolley is just a normal Pokemon. And was certainly not in a good spot. Alas, Trolley has left us. But Froakie will right this wrong. Use your bubble attack. Whoops. Riolu's fast, but not strong enough. This Froakie is probably going to stick around since its level is much higher than the rest of them. Well, unfortunate since I like Bidoof, but Bunnelby, nicknamed Burrow here, is also a really useful hidden move user. Just like Bidoof, it can learn most of the HMs required to get through. So, not a big loss there in terms of having someone that will help us get through the game. Wow, I'm looking at the color and it just changed to a very blue light. Okay, but here we go. I like Bunnelby a lot too, and I guess it's kind of interesting how Bidoof and Bunnelby both start as normal rodents, and then their evolutions maintain the normal typing but also add on an extra type. In Bidoof's case, it becomes a water normal, and Bunnelby evolves into a ground and normal. And so I guess for typing on the team, it's probably better to have Burrow than Trolley, as we already have the water type for Oki. I really wish I'd given it a name. Maybe I can find a name raider to allow me to fix that. Flub. And here is a Flabebe, which according to the loading screen on Pokemon Go will probably soon be debuting in that game. Okay, I gotta watch out here. That was a critical hit, and Froakie is pretty low on HP. So let's see who can come in to help him out here. I think Morningstar is a good choice. Flabebe is not a grass type, even though you see it here floating on a flower. It is just a fairy type, and fairy is susceptible to steel and something else, I'm sure, that I just cannot remember at the moment. Maybe not dark. Maybe dark. I can't remember. Couldn't only be steel. I guess I need to brush up on my fairy typing matchups. Just some water here, okay. Well, we're gonna go back, drop off the unfortunately deceased Bidoof, and heal up everybody once again. Now, I believe that I'm playing that every new route you can catch, you must catch. Now, what is this guy? Oh, you aren't you. You're one of the kids who got a Pokemon from Augustine Sycamore, right? The Froakie you've got there looks pretty happy. You must be a good trainer. In that case, get over to the Pokemon gym. I'm sure my sister will be glad to meet you. Oh. Am I supposed to be fighting the gym leader here? You can see in this game they're still using the grid that is done away with in Pokemon Sun and Moon and not returned to until, well, they made the remake of Diamond and Pearl, which I don't have, but can you sit on the bench? No. But I don't know if it's actually on a grid or if it just looks like it's on a grid and you can move around. Is this the gym? This is the trainer's school. This is the gym. Viola. And it's open. Wow, look at this gym. It's like an art studio, museum. Oh, I forgot to get rid of the dead body. Poor Bidoof. I have buried a couple real rodents in my lifetime. Some that were pets, some that were unfortunate passerbys in and around the house where I grew up. And so, Bidoof is the first body to be put into the Hall of Heroes. Many more to follow, most likely, since I tend to not pay great attention. But now I'm wondering if it's a smart idea to go to this gym right now with this meager team, or if I should maybe try to recruit another character or two. The camera woman who never let a single smile escape her focus. Okay, well, I was hoping for a little more information as to what kind of Pokemon she might have, but maybe this guy will know. What's the hustle, little Cressel? Welcome to Santaloon City Gym. So, future champ, this'll be your first time challenging a gym, huh? Are you thrilled? Are you pumped? You should be. No worries here. You've got Pokemon on your side. And really, they're the ones who are going to be doing all the battling. Am I right, or am I right? Right? Jump on the pole there and you'll be on your way to where the gym leaders are waiting for you. Whoops, but wait. Before you go, I'm supposed to tell you something. Everybody in this Pokemon gym uses bug-type Pokemon. Got it? Alright, so it's a bug-type gym. That's good with the fletchling that I have. Viola's photographs are currently being displayed in the gallery. Oh, look at this. It's like a Butterfree. And here we have a Metapod. It's difficult to see what this one is, or any of the ones along the wall. But that is spectacular. I think we're probably good to go. I would have to make it to another route before I could catch another teammate anyway. Wow, I forgot how awesome the gym designs were in this game. I mean, compared to, well, I have to say I didn't play Pokemon Black and White until after they had been out for a long time. I kind of skipped that generation and didn't come back to it, didn't purchase a copy of it until after Pokemon Sun and Moon, after I'd played Ultra Moon. So it doesn't hold quite the same sentimental value to me, or I guess I mean to say I don't feel like I experienced it at the right time. So I probably don't give it its due. Okay. Well, 3 hits from Leddyba. The Leddyba is also level 10, so I'm not too worried here. Morningstar should be is it for youngster David? But look at this, it's just a really unique design, the kind of perspective that they created here. Walking along the spider web, seeing the giant leaves below. It really makes it seem like we're no larger than tiny insects. Like, where did they even get these giant plants? Or maybe it's all just some kind of digital projection. Alright, we've got a Kakuna level 7. I think Burrow should be just fine here. Since it is also level 7, we'll see how much quick attack does. Very little damage from the quick attack, and it's poisoned. So that is really bad. Alright, we're gonna throw a little Leer in here, and then get Burrow out of here. Of course, Kakuna is gonna start hardening, so that just negated the effect of the Leer. Better switch to a stronger fighter before Kakuna gets too tough to crack. Now this is also back before the battle scenes kind of matched or showed more than a sort of empty arena. Although maybe it's just because we're inside a gym. They kind of give this generic gym staging for the battle. I have to say though, I am getting very excited to play the new Pokemon Legends game. I am trying to avoid looking at too much of the leaks that are coming. Oh no. Thankfully, this little Combee's gust was not enough to knock out Morningstar, and I think we have sealed the victory here. But just the mechanics of the new game wherein you do battle on the overworld map is super exciting. And all the other mechanics that they may be introducing as well, I'm very much looking forward to. Alright, so we can see here the other amazing thing about Little Burrow the Bunnelby is that it has one of the best abilities in the game, which is pickup. And so it happened to have just picked up a full heal, which is great because we can use that to cure its poison. And we don't have any berries. We could use another super potion. But I don't think I'm going to use Burrow at all, so I didn't need to cure its poison. But we're going to put Morningstar in the front position so that we don't have to worry about it taking time to get out there. And here we have the gym leader. She says, that determined expression, that glint in your eye that says you're up to the challenge. It's fantastic, just fantastic. Is this your first time challenging a gym? Fantastic. Whether it's the tears of frustration that follow a loss or the blossomings of joy that comes with victory, they're both great subjects for my Surskit. Look at that cute little ball on its spindly legs. I think Surskit is so cool. I loved the typing of a water bug. It was the first of its kind, and it's kind of upsetting that when it evolves it loses the water type in exchange for the flying type, when I feel like there's already so many bug flying types. But now we have Jupiter and Aquanid. That totally outshine little old Surskit. We'll keep Morningstar in the game. Yeah, even the set here, it looks like we are just tiny creatures on the floor of some kind of nature post, nature camp. Look at these giant ferns or whatever they are in the back. But anyway, we have a Vivillon level 12, which matches Morningstar's level. Wow, and it's using Harden, something left over from its time as a I forget what it evolves from. So many bugs. Wow, okay, Morningstar is not looking great. We could use the super potion, although that may be outside the bounds of the normal Nuzlocke rules. I'm still going to do it. I think that what I'm going for here is to only use items that I find in the game, or that, on the ground, or that I'm given, or that the Pokemon pick up for me, and I just won't buy any from the store. We'll save all the money that is made for... Wow, look at that. Vivillon just restored its HP. I missed what move it used to do that. Maybe it was Morning Sun. And now it's sent an infestation to afflict the fletchling. Now every turn, similar to poison, Morningstar is taking damage from the infestation. Okay, this could be a critical juncture. If I try to attack with Peck and Vivillon survives, it could be the end of Morningstar. But if I switch it out, I'm gonna switch it out. I don't want to lose this fletchling. It would make this Nuzlocke very difficult to have to restart. Oh no, Morningstar can't be switched out. I guess that's another effect of the infestation. It makes it impossible for the Pokemon to retreat. So we could do either Pack or Quick Attack. And now I want to see which one does more damage. So we're going to check the moves. And looking at Peck, Peck does 35 damage. Quick Attack I don't know the calculations for super effective. Maybe it's times 2. So, stab being the same, times 2 with the peck. We're gonna go with peck. Vivillon comes in with a tackle, which just... oh no. Fletchling. Oh, Fletchling just takes 4 damage from the infestation, leaving it with a single HP. And Vivillon with not much more than that. So now we're going to rush in with a quick attack just to make sure Vivillon doesn't come in with something before. And having knocked out Vivillon, the infestation hopefully is gone. Morningstar grows to level 13 and wants to learn the move Agility, which it is not going to learn because there is no reason for it to learn Agility. It's already very fast. And Viola has been defeated. She says, "You and your Pokemon have shown me a whole new depth of field." That's a photography joke. Fantastic, just fantastic. Wow, that was exciting. Young trainer, no, it wasn't you alone. You and your Fletchling have shown me a whole new depth of field. She said it again. But she's right, it was Fletchling. It was all Fletchling. Fantastic, just fantastic. And we get the bug badge. Oh, that is what it's called, the bug badge. With the bug badge, Pokemon up to level 30 will listen to your orders in battle. Yup, even if you get them from trades. And here, this TM commemorates your win against a pro photog like me. I've never heard of photog as an abbreviation for photographer, but I guess that's what that is. Oh, sweet. We get the TM for infestation. Using a TM like that one lets you teach your Pokemon some new moves quicker than a shutter set to 1/1000 can snap shut. TMs are some of the best gear around. They're point and click easy, and you can use them over and over again. I think this is the game where they started doing that. They let you reuse TMs, which then they took away in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I wonder how it will be in Pokemon Legends. Now, the TM that I just gave you is for a move called Infestation. Use it and it'll be impossible for your opponent to flee from battle. Now then, can you zoom in a bit to check out the tent behind me? Take the stairs that you find beyond it, and you'll be back up to the entrance faster than a flash. Wow, cool. She has automatic doors on her tent. That is glamping. Oh, look at that. It was like a secret sliding panel. That was a quick victory. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Would you look at that bug badge? Nice. Very nice, future champ. I bet that schmancy pants professor who gave you your first Pokemon would be amazed to see it. After you heal up your Pokemon in the Pokemon Center, why don't you head on up to the Pokemon Lab in Lumio City and show it to him, huh? Alright, I think that is what I will do. Heal up these little guys and head on to Lumios City, where we shall share our victory with Professor Sycamore. Wow, I'm got a bug badge. Looks like you might have a new scoop. To beat Viola at your young age. You really are something, aren't you? Oh, sorry, I never did introduce myself, did I? I'm Alexa, the gym leader you just faced. Viola is my younger sister. I work as a journalist myself. Here, why don't you take this to celebrate getting your first badge? An experience share. Whoa, alright. If you have an experience share and you turn it on, all the Pokemon on your team get experience points, even if they don't appear in battle. I hope it helps with your training. I work at a big publishing house up in Lumiose City. Feel free to stop by anytime if you have the next big scoop to share with me. I guess she's like a reporter or something. Well, I'm going to turn off the experience share because I don't like to play that way with a Nuzlocke. And really at all, I appreciate that plenty of people do enjoy the way they've sort of changed it, that all your Pokemon gain experience when battling. No experience share required, but I like the more rugged approach to training, in which you never know what's gonna happen. And here we are with our own little Flabébé, which we're just gonna tackle and hope doesn't knock it out. Okay, well, I guess it's gone. Alright, well, I was supposed to catch that. Now Morningstar is level 14. Much too big to gently injure a wild Pokemon. So I think I should put Little Burrow up front again. And that should make it easier to catch whatever we encounter right now. And it's a Combi. Wow, that's cool. And thankfully it's a female, because, to be honest, a male Combi would be really bad to have on the team, since they never evolve. But this one is capable of evolving, and it knows sweet scent, so that could be fun for trying to capture another Pokemon at some point. I think sweet scent can be used to initiate the horde encounters in this game, where you encounter like 5 Pokemon at a time. And the great thing about those encounters is that they have a higher rate of finding a shiny. And of course, as this is a Nuzlocke, the shinies are granted immortality, at least according to me. I see a lot of people talking about these shiny badge quests that they do, which sounds like a lot of fun, actually, but it also sounds like it would take a really long time, so I don't think I'll be making a video of it, but I may do my own playthrough of it sometime in that way. But here we have Combi. Combi, the tiny bee Pokemon. The trio is together from birth. It constantly gathers honey from flowers to please Vespa Queen. And we're gonna give this one a nickname. She shall be called Trostani, which is the name of a trio of dryads in the Magic the Gathering universe, or multiverse, because it's a basic Pokemon, I just sort of figured it wasn't really a conglomeration in the way that those other evolutions are. Or like Kling Clang. Wow, this Budyu is not going down without a fight. But I guess it's kind of a good matchup here for the little Bunnelby. Maybe I should try reducing its defense in case it keeps using Absorb to restore itself. And now it's raised its attack. Still, Absorb is such a weak move. And now that its defense is down, Quick Attack. Oh no. But use Poison Point has poisoned Little Burrow. Well, that's no good. I can't remember if this is still one of the versions where when you walk around with a poison Pokemon, the damage that it takes will knock it out or not. In either case, we should probably go back to the Pokemon Center to heal it up. Oh, maybe it doesn't take any damage at all. I don't see the screen blipping or giving me any indication that Bunnelby is taking damage. So I suppose they're probably fine. And now they will be even better. Plus this way we're healing up Tristani, the little trio of bees that is destined to become a queen. And actually I'm really glad that we've got this Honey Gather. Its ability is called Honey Gather. This Pokemon may gather honey from somewhere. Well, that's neat. And it has a mild nature. I was gonna say that, so not only was it lucky that it's a female Combi so that it will evolve into Vespiquen, but I'm glad to not actually have gotten Flabébé, as even though it is or can become a very powerful Pokemon, to actually evolve it into its final form, I think requires a trade, so it wouldn't be happening in this playthrough. It would be stuck as a Stage 1 Flabébé into Florges, maybe. I don't know if Florges is the Stage 1 or Stage 2. But here we've got Burrow butting heads with another Budyu. But we've learned something, and that's to start with the Leer this time. Well, I almost learned that. And that way, we lessen the chance. We lessen the number of contact. Moments of contact. Which could possibly poison the little rabbit. We'll get its defense nice and low, and then go in for a single attack, which will hopefully knock it out in one hit. So to take it down. At this point, I'm going to try to avoid the flowers, but unfortunately I can't avoid this trainer who says, "I'm warning you, youngster, my gorefish here has some sharp pincers." As a gorefish, I love gorefish. I'm very partial to any Pokemon that are water and dark or grass and dark. And while gorefish is just a water type, it evolves into a water and dark type Pokemon. Now obviously, Burrow is too weak to fight off these sharp pincers, so we're going to send out our own water type, Froakie, to take on the lobster, or the crayfish, I guess, is what would better describe what gorefish is. Okay, Lick is not the move to use. Let's try a quick attack. Quick attack does a little more, so I guess we'll continue with that and hope that the gorefish just keeps sending some bubbles out, since that does very little damage to the blue frog. I thought too about doing one of the playthroughs where you just use a single, usually very weak Pokemon to attempt to beat the entire game, like many people have done using a Magikarp for the first game, or I don't know what other ones are chosen often, but I also think that, like the Shiny Badge quest, it might be a little too difficult to make happen without a lot of time invested. And not only that, I would probably need to edit the videos a lot more than I do at this time with these videos in order to make it fit into any sort of YouTube upload. I like this Flabébé just because it has an orange flower, and I feel like I don't see that very often. They're usually yellow or red. We're not going to stick around though. We're going to get out of here. And let's see, can we get, yes, this is the roller skating rink. Wow, look at this giant fountain. Pearl Fountain. Acceptance creates harmony. That's such a beautiful saying. Acceptance creates harmony. You can see the fountain is two horsey that are spraying water up over a clam pearl that sits at the top of the fountain. So nice. Acceptance creates harmony. It's just nice to think about that for a little bit. I certainly don't feel like there's a lot of harmony in my life or in the world right now. And maybe it's because there's a lot of things that are hard to accept, both in my life and the world. So maybe I need to work on accepting some things to bring that harmony back, or bring it in greater magnitude into my life and the world. The only thing we know for sure is that everything will change. But that does not exclude harmony. Harmony can always find its way back to us if we are willing to attempt to accept things. Of course, I wouldn't recommend accepting the things which you want to change. At least, not in the moments where you feel it is important to change them, or that you have the ability to change them. But if what you are seeking is a little harmony, then maybe acceptance is okay. At least until something changes. Thank you so much for